Exploring the enigmatic tales of ancient biblical figures often leads to intriguing revelations. One such figure, Nimrod, has been shrouded in mystery and controversy throughout religious and historical narratives. Nimrod is a biblical ruler who emerged from the deluge and is portrayed as a tapestry of old books, scriptures, and oral traditions. Known as a powerful hunter before the Lord and connected to the building of the Tower of Babel, his legacy combines factual narratives with vivid folklore that has captured the interest of many nations throughout history. Examining Nimrod's tale reveals aspects of prehistoric societies and invites reflection on the ways in which myth, history, and religion interact to influence our perception of the past. Don't forget to subscribe to Ancient History for fascinating insights into the mysteries of the ancient world and captivating historical narratives. Before the Lord, Nimrod was the first mighty man on earth and the son of Cush. He is referenced 3 times in the Bible, most notably in the books of Genesis and Chronicles. There is the most information about him in Genesis chapter 10, verses 8 to 12. It was said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. His dominion first stretched through China, Babel, Iraq, Akkad, and Kauna. He then proceeded to build Nineveh, Rehoboth Ir, Kawa, and Resen between Nineveh and Kawa in Assyria. The great city is this one. Another family tree in the book of 1 Chronicles similarly describes Nimrod. Cush gave birth to Nimrod, the planet's first strongman. The final verse mentioning Nimrod demonstrates his significance and power. He, Nimrod, shall be our peace when the Assyrians attack our land and stroll on our castles. Then we will send 8 princes of men and 7 herdsmen to fight against him. He will protect us from the Assyrian when he approaches our territory and crosses our border, and they will employ the sword to guard the borders between Assyria and Nimrod. The Bible says that Nimrod is one of Cush's sons. Parts of Ethiopia and Sudan, which were significant to many Africans, were included in Cush's territory. Nimrod is the great-grandson of Noah, the son of Cush, and the grandson of Ham. He is portrayed as the ruler of the ancient land of Shinar, which is the same as the Mesopotamian region. He is also regarded as the Sumerian people's father. According to the Bible, Nimrod became a highly significant figure in the country and was a skilled hunter in the eyes of the Lord. There were rumors that Nimrod gave the command to erect the renowned Tower of Babel. This attempt resulted in linguistic mixing in later legends not found in the Bible, giving rise to the various languages that people speak today. Due to a lack of clarity in the original Hebrew language, he is considered to have been in control of at least some of these towns, if not all of them, even if he isn't designated the founder of them. As a potentially confusing reading of the passage leaves open whether he or Ashur contributed to the construction of Nineveh, Kassin, Rehoboth Ir, and other nearby towns. He is occasionally associated with the Assyrian people's origins as well. It's significant to remember that Nimrod is a member of the Ham family, not the Semitic family. He is one of Cush's, the son of Ham, less well-known sons. In addition to numerous other peoples worldwide, particularly those of African ancestry, Cush's other sons gave origin to many African nations in other regions of the world, such as the South Indians. In this setting, Nimrod, referred to in the Bible as the first monarch following the deluge, comes to power. Nimrod is frequently portrayed as the head of the group that constructed the Tower of Babel in Shinar, the ancient Babylonian site, in Jewish and Christian legends. It's crucial to keep in mind, though, that the Bible itself makes no mention of this connection. According to Genesis chapter 10, verse 10, Babel, Iraq, Akkad, and Kalna in China were all part of Nimrod's realm. The ancient historian Flavius Josephus hypothesized that Nimrod was probably in charge of constructing the Tower of Babel. He said that Nimrod intended to build a tower that would be above the water's level in order to thwart God's possible decision to flood the earth once more, promising vengeance on God for taking their forefathers' lives. History of the Jews, Book 1, Chapter 4. The Talmud, other ancient Jewish texts, and the opinions of 2 1st-century AD Jewish intellectuals, Philo and Yohanan ben Zakkai, all lend credence to this point of view. They proposed that the Hebrew expression Giber Said Lifni Yehovah, which translates as a strong hunter before the Lord, could actually mean being against God rather than before God, in line with the reading made by the anonymous biblical antiquities author Pseudophilo. Some Jewish scholars connected Nimrod's name to a Hebrew term meaning disobedient, implying that he had a disobedient attitude toward God. The main reason Nimrod is significant is that he is the most important leader among the Hamites. This accomplishment was assembling all of Noah's offspring in one location, the land of Shinar, which is synonymous with Babylon. But this action went against God's will, which is for people to increase and spread over the earth rather than settling in one place. In Legends and Interpretations, Pseudophilo, a book written in 70 AD, states that Nimrod was the greatest Hamite leader, Joktan was considered the most important Semite leader, and Javan may have been the most significant Japhethite leader. All of these leaders were involved in the building of the Tower of Babel. The only reference to Nimrod in the Old Book of Jubilees is as the father of Azarad, who in chapter 8, verse 7, designates Nimrod as an ancestor of Abraham, and hence of all Hebrews and Arabs. Notable are Nimrod's connections to the ancient Sumerians, who called themselves Kushites and claimed to be people of the black face. The building of cities and Nimrod's rise to monarchy are described in detail in the Kitab al-Magall, sometimes referred to as the Book of the Rolls in the Clementine texts. It says that Nimrod dreamed of a crown in the sky and a piece of black cloth. He told Sasa, a weaver, to make a crown similar to the one he saw in his dream. It's interesting to note that Nimrod may have known Abraham before Abraham was born. According to the genealogy in Genesis 11, there were about 300 years between Shem, the son of Noah, who lived a long time before Nimrod, and Nimrod. After the flood, people lived longer, but not as long as they did before the storm. Writings from the Jewish tradition explore the theory that the evil Nimrod tried to murder the young Abraham, but was thwarted when Abraham saw a vision of his own destruction. These extra details add to the intricacy of Nimrod's past. The possible link between Nimrod and the oldest known story ever written, the tale of Gilgamesh, is worth talking about. The warrior king Gilgamesh's adventures are described in the Epic of Gilgamesh, and they are marked by both heroic and cruel elements, which are characteristics that are associated with Nimrod. There are certain similarities between the Genesis flood narrative and the Epic of Gilgamesh's account of Utnapishtim's survival. Even though Nimrod and Gilgamesh may not have been directly connected, their relationship may have had an impact on some of the epic's plot points. Nimrod, like many other post-Noah rulers, is portrayed as despotic. Many people, including the Semites and Japhethites, stayed in the land of Shinar despite God's command to leave. That is all for this video. We'll be back soon with another informative video. Don't forget to like and share this video. To keep exploring ancient history together, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until next time!